keep going?
Just start playing.
Yeah,
Start your performance.
I think we need to go.
All right.
Known the kiss of sorrow, doors that would not take you in, outcast and a stranger. You have come by way of sorrow, you have come by way of tears, but you'll reach your destiny, meant to find you all these years, meant to find you all these years. You have drunk a bitter wine with none to be your comfort. You who once were left behind will be welcome at love's table. You have come by way of sorrow, you have come by way of tears, but you'll reach your destiny, meant to find you all these years, meant to find you all these years. Da 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 da. That joy has slept will awake to days of laughter. On the tears that you have wept, you'll dance in freedom ever after. You have come by way of sorrow, you have come by way of tears, but you'll reach your destiny, meant to find you all these years, meant to find you all these. You have come by way of sorrow, you have come by way of tears, but you'll reach your destiny, meant to find you all these years, meant to find you all these years. That was By Way of Sorrow, written by Julie Miller, and Brett first learned it from the singing of a group called Cry, Cry, Cry. For our next song, we're going to go across the pond, and we have a song about a parish priest in the 1300s who was one of the leaders of the peasant revolt, and his main idea was, if we were all descended from Adam and Eve, then why were there lords and serfs, and why couldn't people be more equal? If you know the chorus, please join us. Who will be the lady? Who will be the lord? When we are ruled by the love of one another, tell me who will be the lady? Who will be the lord? In the light that is coming in the morning, sing John Ball and tell it to them all. Long live the day that is dawning, and I'll crow like a cock, I'll carol like a lark, for the light that is coming in the morning. Eve is the lady, Adam is the Lord. When we are ruled by the love of one another, oh, it's Eve is the lady, Adam is the Lord. In the light that is coming in the morning, sing John Ball and tell it to them all. Long live the day that is dawning, and I'll crow like a cock, I'll carol like a lark, for the light that is coming in the morning. All shall be ruled by fellow fellowship, I say. All shall be ruled by the love of one another. All shall be ruled by fellowship, I say. In the light that is coming in the morning. Sing John Ball and tell it to them all. Long live the day that is dawning. And I'll crow like a cock, I'll carol like a lark, for the light that is coming in the morning. Labor and spin for fellowship, I say. Labor and spin for the love of one another. Labor and spin for fellowship, I say. And the light that is coming in the morning. Sing John Ball and tell it to them all. Long live the day that is dawning. And I'll crow like a cock, I'll carol like a lark, for the light that is coming in the morning. Sing John Ball and tell it to them all. Long live the day that is dawning. And I'll crow like a cock, I'll carol like a lark, for the light that is coming in the morning.
The next is written by someone who used to be in Constellations for a little while, and she is a wonderful round singer named Joanne Hamill. This is my favorite of all of her songs, called Time's Soft Wisdom.
Coming from the rain, come wait out the storm. This old quilt will hold you dry. It might rain for hours, maybe for days. So let it go, there's no more to try. Like the ancient smooth stones on the beach by the ocean, like the soft wrinkled skin on my grandmother's chest, like the way the old rocking chair slows down my motion. Time's soft wisdom teaches me best. Time's soft wisdom teaches me best. Tarnished old spoon, fill it with honey, the sweetness will stay on your tongue. And when your mind's full of wanting and you've run out of time, this taste will remind you your work's already done. Like the ancient smooth stones on the beach by the ocean, like the soft wrinkled skin on my grandmother's chest, like the way the old rocking chair slows down my motion. Time's soft wisdom teaches me best. Time's soft wisdom teaches me best. Hear the clocks tick, feel the wheels moving. My heart's never quiet for long, but step outside in the slack tide of dawn, and stillness will fill you up with its song. Like the ancient smooth stones on the beach by the ocean, like the ancient smooth stones on the beach by the ocean, like the ancient smooth stones on the beach by the ocean, like the ancient smooth stones on the beach by the ocean, like the soft old rocking chair slows down my motion, like the way the old stars stars through stars are teachers by the ocean, like the soft waves of winters teachers my motions, like the waves of winters teachers my motions. Time soft wisdom teaches me best. Time soft wisdom teaches me best.
Thank you, Joanne Hamill, for writing that gorgeous song. We're Constellations, and this is our, 22nd year, but we've missed a couple of COVID years in there, and I just want to thank you all for coming. It's a busy day, and so on my left is Cindy Mapes, and Liz Lewis, and Brett Jackson, and Jan Maier, and we started in 2002, they tell me. It's kind of fuzzy, it was a while back. But anyway, we picked out our favorite songs, some of our favorite songs. We had
It was so hard to narrow
it was
it
like
down.
letting go of children, not to include some of them. But we're going to do one called Going to the Mountains Now that I wrote. And honestly, I'm not sure what year I wrote it in, but it's, yeah. Oh, the song sheets.
You have song sheets.
Song sheets.
She meant to pass them.
They're in the purple. Oh, wait, no, they're.
Basically, anything with a chorus, please join us and sing along.
Thank you, Cindy. Going to the mountains, and it was written while I was driving up to Mount, what's the big one, the Washington? Up here? No, Washington, up here. Anyway, and there was just tremendous sense of freedom, and I've been listening to Sweet Honey in the Rock, and so I was very influenced by their style. And here we go. You need a note.
Bum 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 ba da 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 bum bum bum.
Well, I'm going to the mountains. They're calling me. Yes, I'm going to the mountains. Going to my home. Yes, I'm going to the mountains. Gonna spread my wings. High flying eagle, singing freedom. Well, I'm going to the ocean. It's calling me. Yes, I'm going to the ocean. Going to my home. Well, I'm going to that ocean. Gonna spread my wings. High flying eagle, singing freedom. Well, I'm going to the canyon. It's calling me. Yes, I'm going to the canyon. Going to my home. Going to my home. Well, I'm going to the canyon. Gonna spread my wings. High flying eagle, singing freedom. Well, I'm going to the river. It's calling me. Yes, I'm going to the river. Going to my home. Yes, I'm going to the river. Gonna spread my wings. High flying eagle, singing freedom. Well, I'm going to the mountains. They're calling me. Yes, I'm going to the mountains.
freedom, singing freedom. High flying eagle, singing freedom, singing freedom. High flying eagle, singing freedom.
The problem with writing songs is you can't sing by yourself.
This next song is a song by Lester Simpson of Coop, Boys, and Simpson, and it's the antidote to overconsumption and fast fashion and just trying to do our individual parts to make the world a little better place.
Can I have a C chord, please?
Growing up in hard times on the wrong side of the tracks means you're often taking shortcuts and you're always looking back. But though you're running barefoot, chasing dreams down dead-end streets, you remember what your mama said about the way to make ends meet. Make it, mend it, wear it out, make it do or do without. Make it, mend it, wear it out, make it do or do without. Now when my old man learned his trade, they made things that would last.
They would temper future vision with a knowledge of the past.
And if something broke or wore out, well, you know they'd feel no shame. For they took pride in using skills to make it good again. Make it, mend it, wear it out, make it do or do without. Make it, mend it, wear it out, make it do or do without. Now the watchword is disposable, and plastics rule the day. And if something now gets broken, well, you can only throw it away. But when the well's all dried up and the mines are all worked out, you can see this house start falling, hear the poor and hungry shout. Make it, mend it, wear it out, make it do or do without. Make it, mend it, wear it out, make it do or do without. Now politicians tell you they're both green and left or right. They can see the problem clearly, they can understand our plight. But if greed's the only motive, a chance for all to fill their purse, how can things expand forever? You know that bubble's got to burst. Make it, mend it, wear it out, make it do or do without. Make it, mend it, wear it out, make it do or do without. Make it, mend it, wear it out, make it do or do without. Make it, mend it, wear it out, make it do or do without. Make it, wear it out, make it do or do without. Make it, mend it, wear it out, make it do or do without. Make it, mend it, wear it out, make it or do without. Make it, mend it, wear it out, make it do without.
It's a Dave Carter song. Dave awoke from a dream and wrote this song, is our understanding. Gentle Arms of Eden, and you have a chorus in your song sheet there. On a sleepy, endless ocean, when the world lay in a dream, there was rhythm in the splash and roll, but not a voice to sing. So the moon fell on the breakers, and
and the morning warmed the waves, till a single cell did jump and hum for joy, as though to say, this is my home, this is my only home, this is the only sacred ground that I have ever known. And should I stray in the dark night alone, rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden. Then the day shone bright and round her, till the one turned into two, and the two into 10,000 things, and old things into new. And on some virgin beachhead, one lonesome critter crawled, and he looked about and shouted out in his most astonished drawl, this is my home, this is my only home, this is the only sacred ground that I have ever known. And should I stray in the dark night alone, rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden. Then all the sky was buzzing, and the ground was carpet green, and the weary children of the woods went dancing in between. And the people sang rejoicing when the fields were glad with grain, this song of celebration from their cities on the plain. This is my home, this is my only home, this is the only sacred ground that I have ever known. And should I stray in the dark night alone, rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden. Now there's smoke across the harbor, and there's factories on the shore, and the world is ill with greed and will and enterprise of war. But I will lay my burdens in the cradle of your grace, and the shining beaches of your love, and the sea of your embrace. This is my home, this is my only home, this is the only sacred ground that I have ever known. And should I stray in the dark night alone, rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden. This is my home, this is my only home, this is the only sacred ground that I have ever known. And should I stray in the dark night alone, rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden. Rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden.
Thank you so much for singing. It's so awesome.
Next we have from Gordon Bach, his fantastical album called Another Land Made of Water. Here is the Sea People's boat naming song, overheard by a human sailor, stranded by a storm on a mystical island.
Na mana sera sera, oh sera na. Na mana sera sera, oh sera na.
Davi Sera,
Navo,
Savi Misa,
ona so.
Davi Sera,
Navo,
Savi Misa,
ona so.
Na mana sera sera,
oh sera na. Na mana sera sera, oh sera na.
Yajendena,
Navo,
Taya Jedalda,
ona so.
Taya Jedelda,
Navo,
Jenden Dilvera,
ona so.
Namana
sera, sera, o sera na.
Kerus kerna,
Navo.
nagman tendena,
Ona so.
nagman tendena,
Navo.
yevidenda, samana sera sera,
O sera na. Namana sera, sera, o sera na.
yevidenda,
Navo.
nascori venda,
Ona so.
davi sera,
Navo.
savini
Ona
sanas, namana sera sera,
O sera na. Namana sera, sera, o sera na. Namana sera, sera, o sera na. Namana sera, sera, o sera na.
A song by Ruth Moody from the Waylon Jennings, One Voice. If you know the, sing with us if you know it.
This is the sound of one voice, one spirit, one voice. The sound of one who makes a choice. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of voices too. The sound of me singing with you, helping each other to make it through. This is the sound of voices too. This is the sound of voices too. This is the sound of voices three, singing together in harmony, surrendering to the mystery. This is the sound of voices three. This is the sound of voices three. This is the sound of all of us, singing with love and the will to trust. Leave the rest behind, it'll turn to dust. This is the sound of all of us. This is the sound of all of us. This is the sound of one voice, one people, one voice, a song for every one of us. This is the sound of one voice. This is the sound of one voice.
Thank you.
I write a song about every 10 to 15 years, I'd say. And this was one of the ones that came around. Actually, I didn't write this. No, got mountain in the title. Right. Songs have a mountain. This is a Holly Near song, and boy, am I glad I caught that. That would be one hell of a lawsuit. Wouldn't it? Okay. I had to write and ask her permission and pay her money to do this. Anyway, so Mountain Song was written by Holly Near, and it's about a woman who stood her ground, a grandmother, a real person, who stood her ground to stop over mining, where they blow the tops off the mountains in Kentucky. And Holly was so inspired about this woman, and she was put in jail, that Holly met her, and it was called Mountain Song. It's devoted to that person. Sing. That's I have dreamed on this mountain since first I was my mother's daughter, and you can't just take my dreams away. Not with me watching. You may drive a big machine, but I was born a great big woman, and you can't just take my dreams away without me fighting. This old mountain raised my many daughters. Some died young, some are still living. If you come here for to take our mountain, well, we ain't come here to give it. I have dreamed on this mountain since first I was my mother's daughter, and you can't just take my dreams away. Not with me watching. No, you can't just take my dreams away without me fighting. No, you can't just take my dreams away. Thank you, Holly. Holly's going to be performing with Emma's Revolution in the near future here in Boston, so if you want to check them out, go to Emma's Revolution website.
This next song was written by Ali Primera of Venezuela and recorded by Los Guaraguao in the 1970s. And the chorus says, praying alone is not enough. We're still missing a lot of things in order to achieve peace. So again, join us, sing along, love it.
The translation for the two verses in Spanish are on the back of the chorus sheet. That's verses 1 and 4.
No, no, no basta rezar, hacen falta muchas cosas para conseguir la paz. No, no, no basta rezar, hacen falta muchas cosas para conseguir la paz. Y rezan de buena fe, y rezan de corazón, pero también reza el piloto cuando monta en el avión para ir a bombardear a los niños del Vietnam, para ir a bombardear a los niños del Vietnam. No, no, no basta rezar, hacen falta muchas cosas para conseguir la paz. No, no, no basta rezar, hacen falta muchas cosas para conseguir la paz. When the people all rise up to find a better way, then we will say together, it's not enough to pray. Then we will say together, it's not enough to pray. hacen falta muchas cosas para conseguir la paz. No, no, no basta rezar, hacen falta muchas cosas para conseguir la paz. Oh, we cannot have peace while one exploits another, and there is unfair treatment of sister and of brother, and there is unfair treatment of sister and of brother. No, no, no basta rezar, hacen falta muchas cosas para conseguir la paz. No, no, no basta rezar, hacen falta muchas cosas para conseguir la paz. En el mundo no habrá paz mientras hay explotación del hombre por el hombre y exista la desigualdad. Del hombre por el hombre y exista la desigualdad. No, no, no basta rezar, hacen falta muchas cosas para conseguir la paz. No, no, no basta rezar. No, no, no basta rezar.
Next we have a song by Eric Pelletiniemi, who wrote a musical by the name of Plain Hearts, Songs and Stories of Prairie Women. And this song is called Tree of Life, and it is naming all of the many, many quilt patterns. So, there'll be a quiz after.
Here's a hint, the quilt patterns are in verse 2. Verse 2.
Beggar's blouse and blind man's fancy, Boston corners and beacons of light, broken stars and buckeye blossoms blooming on the tree of life, tree of life, quilted by the lantern light, every stitch a leaf upon the tree of life. Stitch away, sisters, stitch away. Hattie's joy, wheel of fortune, high Hosanna, Indiana, hills and valleys, sweet wood lily, hearts beat diligence, hummingbird, hovering gander, honeysuckle, oleander, moving on, the tree of life, tree of life, quilted by the lantern light, every stitch a leaf upon the tree of life. Stitch away, sisters, stitch away. We're only known as someone's mother, someone's daughter, or someone's wife, but with our hands and with our vision, we'll make the pattern on the tree of life, tree of life, quilted by the lantern we're going to get all of our songs in. We have 2 songs left, 2 civil rights songs, one from South Africa and one from a book called Martin's Big Words by Aileen Vance, using the words of Martin Luther King Jr.
At some point, you make an announcement about People's Music Network.
At the end, okay.
We shall not give up the fight, we have only started, we have only started, we have only started. We shall not give up the fight, we have only started, we have only started, we have only started. Together we'll have victory, hand holding hand, hand holding hand, hand holding hand. Together we'll have victory, hand holding hand, hand holding hand, hand holding hand. Never ever put to flight, we're bound to win, we're bound to win, we are bound to win. Never ever put to flight, we're bound to win, we're bound to win, we are bound to win. We shall not give up the fight, we have only started, we have only started, we have only started. We shall not give up the fight, we have only started, we have only started, we have only started. We shall not give up the fight, we have only started, we have only started, we have only started. We shall not give up the fight, we have only started, we have only started, we have only started.
Our last song is Let Justice, thank you. Let Justice Roll Down. And where's my, by, you already,
Yeah, sure.
I did double.
you did, I heard it, okay.
So this one not only has a chorus, but also refrain lines.
There is no There is no freedom, the wise man said,
Let justice roll down, roll down.
When the poor cry out for shelter and bread,
Let justice roll down like a mighty stream. Oh, children, don't you get weary. Walk together, believe in the dream. When the way gets rough, we will make a new way. Let justice roll down like a mighty stream. Hatred will never drive out hate. Let love roll down, roll down. Remember, our hearts can make us great. Let love roll down like a mighty stream. Oh, children, don't you get weary. Walk together, believe in the dream. When the way gets rough, we will make a new way. Let justice roll down like a mighty stream. When fists rise up to strike a blow, let songs roll down, roll down. May the poets remind us of what we know. Let songs roll down like a mighty stream. Oh, children, don't you get weary. Walk together, believe in the dream. When the way gets rough, we will make a new way. Let justice roll down like a mighty stream. justice roll down like a mighty stream. Oh, children, don't you get weary, walk together, believe in the dream. When the way gets rough, we will make a new way. Let justice roll down like a mighty stream. Ooh, ooh, step by step and one by one, let justice roll down, roll down. They can kill the prophet, but the dream lives on. Let justice roll down like a mighty stream. Oh, children, don't you get weary, walk together, believe in the dream. When the way gets rough, we will make a new way. Let justice roll down like a mighty stream.
Let justice roll down.
Roll down,
Let love roll down.
let it roll down, let songs roll down, let it roll down, let peace roll down, let it roll down, let justice roll down like a mighty
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Cindy has a CD. Cindy has a CD called Harmony Day, and I have one called Mountain Skies, and there's different songs from our set on different parts of the CDs. And Rebecca, you have a, yeah, you actually have to see us about the CDs. You think I'll make it.
A lot of
Rebecca?
these kinds of songs are